live at Onigashima. I'm Anthony.
And I'm Jimmy, and we have chapter 1104. Thank you, Daddy. We have a great title. Great cover page.
It's just all the titles are always like these last three have all had Daddy in the name. All right, well, let's go to the chapter. So
the American bastardization of the English language.
Yeah, for real. So Jesus, like this punch. First of all, I'm going right to that. Like we can skip all this bullshit. First, I got comments on all this Saturn.
Starts with the punk.
I gotta comment real quick. No, fuck it. I'm just gonna go to the punch. They punched him. He came, and it landed.
Satisfying.
Oh my god.
Top 3 at least punches in the entire show. Like this is on par with Charlos, if not more satisfying. Because like, yeah, the Charlos punch was satisfying, but he was a nobody at the end of the day. Saturn
at the time,
directly like fucked over like KUMA like every chance he could.
Yeah, man, and like it's not only that too. Like with Saint Charlos, like again, like you said, like we had never seen him before that point. So like with this, like Saint Saturn, like although he hasn't been the big bad that he is in this arc, like he's been around. So like, and we've
known about him. We knew he was going to be an antagonist.
And we know how the celestial dragons are. Like we know that they're all like these piece of shit slave owners. So just like all of that, KUMA had that in his punch. We see the hockey confirmed for sure. Gets him down. So crazy punch by KUMA. Real quick, I wanted to just say about the first half.
KUMA power scaling numbers going up.
It's going up.
KUMA stock's going up, except that he still looks like he's about to die.
Yeah, I think so too. He's gonna die probably. I was kind of like, it was so weird to like not see it like land immediately, and there was like a whole conversation before he even did it. He was just like intense the whole time. I don't know.
This is just KUMA's style, honest. Like, I mean, not KUMA. Oh, this is Oda's style.
Leave KUMA alone. This is how he does it. He revs up.
This is Oda's style. Like, it's a little jarring the first few times you're reading weekly, but he always does this where he ends not on the punch, but before, and then starts a chapter with the big punch with these like flashbacks and stuff.
But they're not flashbacks. It's like a whole conversation. It's like there's a panel with KUMA in midair, like, and it's like 5 bubbles of like thing is like the fastest talking of all time. But anyways,
well, we also know that clearly Saturn couldn't dodge this punch because he said it before. If he wanted to dodge, he would have. So that's how fast KUMA was going and how fast they were all talking.
Oh yeah. KUMA stopped.
Crazy power scaling.
Yeah, and then let's not forget we got 2 other guys that came in to smack him too. After he got back up.
Sanji and Frankie, the Straw Hats coming in.
Oh my god.
Finally they can move again.
I'm so happy that Frankie did
it makes me think about I'm really glad Frankie's doing things. It was something we blasted a hole through him also. That was crazy.
It was, yeah.
But I think them being able to get up after this, one of the reasons is definitely his powers, right? So it's like, what are his powers? And I wonder if it works in a similar way to Big Mom, where it's based on like fear or like crushing dreams of some sort, where now that KUMA kind of sat there and punched him and gave everyone hope, like everyone can start moving in, plus the fact that he lost focus controlling all of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that so there was that line that Vegapunk said in his head, I guess, that everybody's talking about. It can't be what I'm thinking, can it? The Buccaneers were said to have a special characteristic beyond their strong bodies. After all, your people once ... So cliffhanger on
I have
that.
thoughts about that.
Yeah, go into it.
So the one thing I thought of is, so what special power would the Buccaneers have that would also make the Celestial Dragons so scared of them? And I came to 2 conclusions. The first one is that they can turn dreams into reality. And basically, this was the dream of Bonnie that KUMA in this state was able to turn to reality. That one I think is a little weaker because I think that's more along the lines of what Luffy's supposed to end up doing in the end and what Joy Boy's supposed to represent.
Right.
The other one I thought of that I like a little bit better is maybe they have the power to pass on their will to inanimate objects.
Oh, I like that.
So
I've heard this one. I like this one actually.
KUMA. Oh, other people are saying this also. I think it's a good idea.
Well, it connects to the Iron Giant.
So that's what I was going to say. It connects to the Iron Giant and why the Iron Giant's moving. And then also it connects to Devil Fruits, actually. Maybe the reason Devil Fruits exist is because Buccaneers were the first people to like desire these powers and then pass it on to the fruits themselves.
Oh, you think the Devil Fruits like came from them?
I think that's could be how they originated.
I think it's like a larger like them they're able to like put their will in things like the same way that like maybe, you know, if the devil fruits were created by like Emu, for example, like he could put his will into things. I don't know if it's like necessarily like that they started the devil fruit chain. They might have, but
well, I think it's more something along the lines of, because we found out earlier this arc, Vegapunk said it's like devil fruits are manifested through desire. So there was probably some point where there were so many people desiring these different things and it was creating these different powers. But maybe the reason they were able to actually reincarnate and go through this process to get them where they are now, like here in the current storyline, is because the Buccaneers are able to pass on their will, maybe their powers, because we've also seen that devil fruits have wills of their own. Like we saw this with the Gomu Gomu like recently, where the Gorosei are talking about how we can kind of just like resurrect devil fruits into different powers. So I don't know. I think there's something there.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I guess we'll have to see.
We'll have to see. I mean, like, there's a lot of theories going around. The Iron Giant thing, like, if he's able to put his will in the Iron Giant, like, I think the Iron Giant, like, reacted to, like, Joy Boy, you know, like, the Nika power. I'm just wondering, like, how it all factors in. Like, for me and my tiny, smooth brain, like, I can't put it all together yet. But
I mean, there's clear parallels between KUMA and the Iron Giant, right? Like, so we know something where KUMA was fully dead. Once he turned into that husk, that's when he started running for Bonnie, because the Gorosei said, their Saturn said it. He was like, I used the self-destruct sequence, and it just kind of shut him down. And then that inherent will, or that I don't know what it is.
It was something,
but that's what caused him to go there. So maybe it was something similar to the Iron Giant. Was the Iron Giant like a literal giant that got turned into a robot, kind of like KUMA? Was Joy Boy a giant? And like, was he the race of the giants and he got turned into the Iron Giant? I don't think that one's true, but maybe like one of his allies. I don't know.
Yeah,
there's a lot to connect here. I feel like this chapter, while not much progress in terms of the story, we kind of knew all this was going to happen. It left us with like so many questions.
It did, yeah. And a really cute moment after all that pondering with Bonnie and KUMA. Like, I like that she's able to get like closure and reunite with him, and like have that moment with KUMA, even though that's not like really KUMA. I guess it is KUMA. Like at the end of the day, like,
it's KUMA,
it's a weird,
but it's like
robot-y. Like this feels very sci-fi to me. Speaking of sci-fi, so I want to talk about Frankie for a second. So Saturn gets back up after that, and he's like, "Oh my God, Vegapunk, what the fuck?" One of his horns is blown off. He regenerates, so we can see that he regenerates.
His arm too.
Yeah, he regenerates. So like, we saw that before with the Bonnie thing, but like, it goes pretty deep. He can get cut clearly. He can get attacked. And the suppression thing was down. That seemed like that was an active thing because Sanji's up now. Maybe Sanji's just like on guard now, but I would assume that it's like,
I thought he would have been on guard before as a thing, which is why that's a little weird to me.
Yeah.
But like there has to be something to it where it's based off of like, since KUMA punched him, something got turned off. Maybe he's less focused. Maybe his powers, like I said before, are not based on fear. But I don't know what it is. Saturn is still such an enigma to me.
He is, yeah.
Even though I feel like we've seen a good amount from him.
Yeah. It's hard to say, but bro, my boy Frankie with the radical beam finally hitting somebody and going right through that. This proves all along that Frankie is like Yonko level.
Frankie, I don't know about Yonko level.
You know, Frankie's like one of the only characters to fight a Yonko, an Admiral, and the Gorosei. It's crazy,
well,
bro.
That's all true.
So
I wouldn't call him Yonko level because, well, he did blast a hole through Saturn, and I don't want to diminish that. That's strong. We kind of seen Saturn get like hit by like
he also gets the shit kicked out of him by Kizaru right afterwards. So.
Like, yeah. So Frankie, you have my respect, but I'm not calling you Yonko level yet.
No, but top 30.
I don't know about that either.
So Kizaru comes in, and an interesting thing about this now, towards the end of the chapter here, like Kizaru gets back up, and we all thought that Kizaru, we were like, oh, he's wavering. Oh my God, he helped Luffy, but like, you know, Kizaru's still Kizaru. Like it ain't gonna take just that. Like it ain't gonna be that easy. Like we're still gonna see more character development from Kizaru. I mean, everybody thought that Luffy and was gonna get up and get Saturn, and like Kizaru was just like down or whatever, but he's not. So do you think we're gonna see a continuation of that fight, or is it gonna be like what are they gonna be?
So I don't think Luffy and Kizaru are gonna fight again.
Yeah.
But I did want to point that out in terms of just like durability and power scaling. We said before it didn't feel like Kizaru was giving it his all against Luffy, and on top of that, he now gets up before Luffy does. Like without like maybe Luffy's up somewhere because we don't see him in this chapter. It says
Without
he got away.
food.
But that's also with food though. Like that's with regenerating. So Kizaru got up just like after a few minutes. So like Kizaru is like pretty up there still, pretty strong. Maybe do we have to reevaluate the top 30? I don't think so. I think in a few chapters we're gonna see Luffy pop off, and you know he's still gonna be there. But
yeah, no,
wow.
I agree. Yeah, it's interesting. Like the line that he gave at the end here, I should, you know, Vegapunk was like, "You're a sad, sad man, Kizaru. Have you no heart? I should have brought a darker pair of shades." Kizaru says, "I'm going to embarrass myself at this rate." Is he gonna cry? Oh my god.
I think that's kind of what it's implying. I think he is still on the fence, like he's sad about doing all this, but there has to be some other reason why he feels forced into this. I think we're gonna get a Kizaru backstory somewhat soon. Maybe not super elaborate, but at least find out it's like maybe they have like his loved ones or something. Like maybe they have Kizaru's daughter or something, or like wife or something, like captive, and he's trying to save them.
I don't know. I feel like it's more on a philosophical level for him than that. Like I feel like his allegiances, like we got to see like more of him putting his foot in the sand about like what he believes, like what justice is to him, because like clearly like if friends aren't gonna make him flip, like what is, you know, like why is he really, you know, he thinks of himself as this cog in the machine.
Like, gonna make him flip.
Maybe, yeah, who knows.
But one thing I did want to end this on is we get another Buster call, and R.I.P. Nico Robin.
Dog.
My God,
poor Robin. This is the third Buster call of her career. It's crazy.
If you count movies, it's 4. There was one in Stampede.
Oh no, dude, Robin can't catch a break. Where is Robin?
Yeah, we've been saying it before, but I don't know where Robin is. I don't necessarily know if that means she's doing much, but you never know with her. She's crafty.
I mean, there's a lot of people, again, I mean, we say this all the time, but there's a bunch of people that we just haven't come back to in a while. Like, we're finishing up Kuma's story. I feel like we might start getting that. Like, this is going to ramp back up, and we're going to start looking around the island as these, like, final matchups are, like, set up.
Interaction between Kuma, Saturn, Bonnie, all of that stuff. So now we got to start branching out and closing off other storylines.
We got to get the 1v1s now at the end of the arc.
Like, this is the clear climax of the arc. Maybe there's going to be some other big thing with Luffy also, but we're getting there. So we need to start seeing what other people are going to do. We need to see Zoro kick Lucci's ass.
We need to see the Blackbeard
Pirates.
We need
to see the Blackbeard. Yeah, exactly.
We got to see Caribou. Of course, our boy.
Of course. Well, we already know Caribou gave Luffy the food. Caribou's probably the one that got Luffy out of there right now. That's why he disappeared. He went into a Caribou swamp. Like, it all makes sense. I'm a Caribou stan.
It could be. He did help a lot at Udon, you know, so.
Yeah, exactly.
But
yeah, you know, overall, fantastic chapter. Again, Egghead is easily gonna be like a top 3 arc for me, probably.
Oh yeah, yeah, no, it's up there for sure. And I just had to put this out there because we gotta say it. No break next week.
It feels good to say it. It feels good. No break after this long one we had. This drought of One Piece, but I'm ready for it.
And we're back. We're back with a vengeance because this Kuma punch. Oof! Oh my god. What a satisfying blow.
We're kicking off 2024 with a bang.
Yeah, 10 out of 10 chapter.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and as usual, fight us in the comments.
Fight us in the comments. Go check out our top 30 too. We did a top 30 strongest of 2023. We were not including this chapter, but it's pretty spicy. You guys, we want to see your list. We want to see if you guys agree with us because we know we're the best power scalers.
Or we want to see if you disagree with us because that'll be spicy also.
That will be spicy. Yeah, fight us in the comments. You know.
Right. Peace out, y'all.
Peace.